I'm here today with my friend JP
What's going on?
in his 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. And today I want to really focus not only on reviewing the car, but a lot of people like to think, EcoBoost Mustangs are garbage. Like, who would buy a 4-cylinder Mustang? And, truth be told, these cars make the same amount of power as the V6, which of course they no longer sell. This being a 2017 model made the same amount of power as a V6 model of that same time. So with this being an EcoBoost and like encountering other Mustang people or just people in general, do you ever get crap for having an EcoBoost?
I do. People always say, "Oh, you should have gotten a V8. You should have gotten a V8."
Yeah.
I actually drove a V8 just a couple weeks ago, and I was like, "Nah, maybe I should have, maybe I shouldn't." But I mean, I feel like the EcoBoost is a perfect platform, especially if you want a turbocharged car.
Yeah,
and you don't feel like
exactly.
spending the $3,000 for a kit when everything's already included in this one.
This car is pretty much stock, but you have the exhaust and the intake slightly modified, correct?
Yes, I did a resonator delete on the exhaust actually about a month after owning the car, and then just recently I did a K&N high flow air filter.
With this being a turbocharged car, older turbocharged cars, they're all known for their turbo lag, and a lot of people still like to complain about turbo lag, but having driven passenger in this car with you a few times and now driving it myself, there really isn't turbo lag. And then once you do hit boost, which comes in almost, I wouldn't say immediately after you press the gas, but
It's like a couple seconds.
yeah, there's a slight delay and then you get it. But after that, the power band, it feels naturally aspirated. It feels very linear the whole way through the power band.
It's like a boat. Soon I'm gonna get a strut tower, so there's less body roll.
I mean, yeah, and that's another thing that a lot of people like to criticize. Not just EcoBoost Mustangs, but Mustangs in general, is the handling. So
Yeah, I mean, they say most muscle cars, well, in this case, Mustangs are pony cars. Quick disclaimer. They're made for straight lines. Like just last week I was up here with you, and I mean, hitting these corners, it was actually really fun. I didn't feel like I was in danger at all. Especially like when I moved here, I have to go through a lot of hills, and it felt fine. It didn't feel like I was like in a boat, like a Challenger.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're gonna tip over or
Yeah.
something.
Especially being a passenger, it's really like you can feel the power like that everybody else feels.
Yeah, that was picked up pretty quick there.
That was quick. That scared me a little bit.
So I'm not going to be taking this road too quickly, like as fast as I would in my Miata, because obviously this is not my car, and this car's almost 3 times the power as my Miata, but I'm still going to be, testing it out, seeing how good the handling is, and if Ford has really improved the handling and pretty much everything of the Mustang just over generations, and I think that they've really, and Chevy too with the Camaro, I mean not so much Dodge with the Challenger, but Chevy and Ford have really improved on the handling of these cars and made them just, I don't know, more of sports cars almost, to where you can take a turn confidently. Maybe not as confidently as in a Miata or a smaller, less powerful car. Daily driving this car, being a 4-cylinder, how is your gas mileage?
Gas is good. Like, if people don't know, I just moved here from California, and the gas out there is so much higher. And where I'm from, the street lights are like real closer, so the gas economy was really, really bad. Driving down here, I literally got like 20, almost 30 miles per gallon just from like a road trip.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but right now I'm getting about 22 miles per gallon on average.
Not terrible, but I mean,
yeah.
you're in a car that's an enthusiast car,
Yeah.
making 300 horsepower, 22 mpg. I mean, I think most people will live with that. I think that's definitely acceptable. I mean, obviously being a 4-cylinder, you might expect it to be a little bit better, but it is turbocharged.
I really don't ever push it that hard, especially right out here, because in Arizona it's really, really hot. I'm trying not to get heat soak.
Yeah, heat soak is pretty hard to avoid. I just talked about that in the 9.3 video that I did, but especially with forced induction cars, specifically turbocharged cars that rely so much on air to get their power, it's so hard to avoid heat soak. When today it's only 100 out, but it just really kills the performance of your car.
Yeah.
What else do you have planned for this car?
Just like I said, bigger intercooler eventually. This is all eventually, so this is obviously the near future.
Yeah.
Bigger intercooler. I am going to lower the car 1.5 inches all the way around.
That's going to look good.
Then
Are you going to go with, let me just interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
Lowering springs, coilovers, what are you thinking?
For now, lowering springs. I forgot. I think it's Ebach has a spring set for the car, and then eventually I will go to lowering springs. I mean, not lowering springs. Sorry, coilovers.
Okay.
And then after that, once I feel like I want to avoid my warranty, I will get a tune, and then buckle down a bunch of money and get a bigger turbo.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with these newer cars. I've got a friend with a Focus ST, and he's kind of in the same boat as you. Like, he wants to upgrade it more, but he doesn't want to void that warranty with a tune. I mean, there are certain tunes, I think Mount Tune. I don't know if they offer anything for the Mustang, but I know they do for the ST. That's kind of a warranty safe thing.
There's actually a turbo pack. There's actually a tuning kit you can buy. It comes with a tune, not intercooler, sorry, a intake, and then obviously some other stuff that comes with it from Ford. So when it comes from Ford, you don't worry about losing your warranty because it's coming from Ford itself.
Right.
So that's actually like about $600.
It's not bad.
It's really
not bad. I mean, tunes are expensive. I mean, but they can do so much for your car. You know, you could just get a tune for your car, and you can, especially in a turbocharged car, just turn up the boost, and I mean, you're already making another 50 horsepower. Yeah. Even more sometimes, depending on the car. Yeah,
because the goal for this car is to hit 500.
500-ish. And you're gonna have to build the motor for that?
I would. So whenever,
I
said,
think so. You'd have to.
Avoiding my warranty, I would, obviously get.
Yeah, maybe wait a little bit.
Just better injectors, coils, obviously, and then spark plugs, and then hopefully everything else would be falling into place. Obviously, it's getting supporting mods for the car.
Right. Yeah, everything that you need, because you don't want to. You'll probably have to upgrade your wheels and tires as well. Yeah. I don't think these stock tires are 8 inches wide. It grips well. When I've gotten on it so far, it hasn't broken traction. I'm assuming you have traction control on them.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we really want to turn that off.
That's not safe.
Better safe than sorry here. So that's, I mean, when I'm doing these short little pulls here, I'm almost getting to 60. I mean, this car is very quick to 60. Do you know what the manufacturer estimated time is on that?
For 0 to 60 is 5.5 seconds.
Okay, yeah, so sub 6.
Yeah. I think once you get like their launch right, I mean, you could be the Stig and probably get 5.5 all day.
Yeah, that's the Motor Trend number, but I mean, realistically, you and I are probably going to be getting around 6.
Yeah.
So speaking of launching the car and just, I guess, the transmission in general, this has the 6-speed manual, thankfully. He did not get the automatic. Now, if you've got an automatic EcoBoost Mustang, you deserve the shit that you're taking. Buy a manual. Buy a manual. If you've got a manual Mustang, I don't give a shit how many cylinders it has. I'll give you respect for that, because, I mean, if you've got any car in a manual, automatic respect. It does have a very short throw. I expected the throws to be a bit longer for the car. It is, I don't know, maybe, I mean, it almost feels like it's as short as my Miata, and I thought that the Miata had just about as short of a throw as you could get. And I mean, it's very quick to change gears. The transmission is very smooth. The clutch is very easy. I mean, I literally just started driving this car, 10 minutes ago, and I've had 0 problems. I haven't even come close to stalling it once.
This is a fun car.
Alright, I'm going to take this last section just a little bit quicker. I've been taking it a little bit too easy so far. Don't worry, I'm not going to crash.
I got no brakes on this side. That's not full.
That was 60. Yep. Let's slow down. See, in the Miata, I can pretty much gun it down, most of this straight here, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm having fun. And then in this, I'm like, all right, 3 seconds of acceleration, and I'm about as fast as I'm comfortable going. Got some sharp turns here. See how it handles these.
Oh, it handles them.
It handles them.
It handles them. Like, the first day I got this car, I had to take it to the Grapevine. And if you guys aren't familiar with the Grapevine, it's like twisty turns, going up a big ridge. And it took it like a champ, and it was like my first time driving a manual car.
And silence. I'm purposely not staying in my lane because I can see ahead of me and I know that there's no one coming. So if you notice my poor ability to stay in the lanes, that's all intentional. So that way I can make sure to stay in the middle of the road.
There's people up there.
All right, let's find a good spot to park. So that's going to wrap up this portion of the review. Now we're going to go outside a little bit and talk a bit more about the car. So now that we've reached the top of the mountain, I want to talk outside the car for a bit so that way you guys can see more of what this car looks like. Now, obviously all of you American viewers have seen millions of these on the road, but for those of you that live in Europe or Asia or someplace where these are much less common, this is the 2017 Mustang. So it is a big car. I'm not gonna, try and lie about that. It's not, obviously just over time cars have gotten bigger, and the Mustang is no exception to that. It's obviously, it's got a very long hood, as you can see, and you can really tell that when you're driving. It almost feels like you can't see over the end of the hood, which is, it's a different experience for sure. I mean, it's got the LED headlights, LED taillights. It's very modern on the outside, and I think with the new Mustang, they've just kind of kept that same trend going.
So these are the basic 18-inch wheels that came with the car, obviously because you have the Mustang center cap that is hot, and yeah, Goodyear tires. I don't even know the size on these things, but they are pretty meaty. They have a pretty good sidewall. I've almost curbed them a couple times.
He's got a YouTube channel over at Focus 200M. For those of you that have been around this channel for a while, I've done a few collaborations with him before, and more to come in the future obviously, but he's also got my decal right here, of course, very important, always repping. You can buy a decal too. No one ever buys my decals. Go buy a decal. The link is in the description. Go buy a decal and I will send it out to you along with a love-filled note. We talked about your future plans for inside or under the hood earlier. What are your future plans exterior-wise? What are you going to do there?
Exterior-wise, to actually match the Auto Autopsy decal, I am getting, and with the color as well, if you guys like build and price your own like custom guys car or anything, I feel like this blue goes good with like a bronze or goldish color. So the first thing that's going to happen is going to be some bronze wheels. Obviously I'm going to lower the car like I said earlier, and some GT350 style stripes that are going to go along the car. It's going to be bronze stripes with like a probably hint of black on the side. Obviously I'm going to switch these out for carbon bits, front splitter, side skirts, and then a possibly rear valance for my exhaust that's going to be coming up soon, hopefully. And other than that, that's basically it. I mean, there's nothing really more I can do on the exterior.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to, first off, buy a decal. And second off, go check out Focus channel. He's got a lot of content on the Mustang, of course, and he's also got stuff, a lot of detailing videos and stuff like that. So if you ever wonder how the hell you get your car looking nice, go check out his channel. So with that being said, that's going to wrap up this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.